While I was furious with the people who were involved in the riots following the attack on the girls in Southport, and while I think punishments were appropriate, the meting out of justice seems, on reflection, to have been selective, and particularly the Crown Court sentence of Lucy Connolly to 31 months in prison for saying things which were being circulated and promoted, indeed, by serving members of the present Parliament. Now, they may not have said exactly what Lucy Connolly said, but they were certainly encouraging that direction. And I think it's I think it's really important to question whether, in all good conscience, it's right that Connolly should be facing such a lengthy sentence. Yesterday, a grandfather who had also been sentenced was found dead, and the time in prison is an appalling experience for people who, well, for anybody really. It's something that I think should be genuinely merited. People who are simply caught up in the spirit of the time, even if they're saying things which are deeply wrong, which they were, I think need to be treated with a little more leniency. Unless everybody who is involved in this wrongdoing is similarly punished. And in this case, that wasn't the same. Some have argued that she deserved everything she got. I don't think so. I think her post was provocative, insensitive, foolish, and deeply wrong. I'm not apologising for her post in any way. But the tough justice that followed was selective. And was it disproportionate to her actions? Not necessarily. But was it inconsistent with how other people have escaped punishment and serious censure? Yes. And the fact that she admitted the offence, the fact that she has got a very troubled past with the loss of a baby and so on, I think I think one has to be very careful about what exactly is going on at this point in the legal system. Was she stirring up racial hatred? That was already there. And if that is the charge, that charge should be pressed against other people, as I say, who have a bigger voice and who masqueraded or who masked their invective in terms of questions, but it's the same invective. I have a lot of sympathy for Connolly. I have a lot of sympathy for anyone who finds themselves in prison, frankly. It's but particularly for something which is impulsive and foolish, and which they know is impulsive and foolish. I believe firmly in prison reform, and I believe that prison is a place to turn people's lives for the better, and to make people, to ensure that people coming out of prison are better people than they were when they went in. And I can't in all conscience think that Lucy Connolly benefits from a prison sentence. Just a thought for the morning.